here, my name is Leah. I'm a mum of 2 boys, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and today I want to show you our 3-year-old's room. He's been in the room for around a year, just over a year now. He moved in just as he turned 2 and it's taken us a long time to get it sorted. There was a couple of more things that I wanted to do and I haven't got around to doing it, so I just thought I would show you the room as it is now, because no doubt those things will take me a while to finish and something will change, like our 1-year-old might move into here and they'll be sharing a room, and then we'll have to change it all again anyway. So I just thought I would get on with it and give you a little tour today. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you see it, the sun is shining today, which is lovely for being outside but not so good for filming in the room. So I might have to shut the curtains for a little bit because it is beaming in the room at the moment, but it's my opportunity to film today, so I just thought I would get on with it and show you what we've done with the room. I hope you enjoy. So this room here used to be Tommy's room, and he moved into this room, which is the same size as our room. There is a stair gate on it, although Tommy can work that. It's there so Fraser, our 1-year-old, can't get out if I ever need him to stay in the room. So I'll just take you in. It's a good size for a little boy. Like I say, it's the same size as our bedroom, so it's a really good size for him to be able to play in here, because we have nowhere else in the house other than our living room to have his toys. So I think I might start on this side. So I'll just start here. We've got this little, I think it's meant to be a laundry basket. I got it from B&M Bargains. I think it was around £5, which I think was a really good price because it is sturdy. This doesn't collapse, but I'm just using it for some of Tommy's dressing up clothes. So you can see he's got a few in there. Rather than having them all hanging up, there was just too many to hang up. So I thought that went really well. We've got kind of a cloud and aeroplane theme going on. I've toyed with different themes, but it's turned out to be kind of clouds and aeroplanes mostly. So I thought that worked really well. Then just above that we have this plank of wood with some hooks on. Keith had this bit of wood that he sanded up and done like a whitewash on it, and then we've got these hooks from Ikea. I will link below as many things as I can, but some of the things we got quite a while ago and they might not be available. I like having somewhere to hang things in the room because it's just easier, rather than going in the wardrobe, to put things like his jacket or his dressing gown, and then if he does want to hang up his dressing up clothes he can do that as well. Then the paint, by the way, is I think a Dulux washable paint. We went with the washable because obviously little fingers and it gets dirty, and it does work really well. I can't remember the colour of the grey, but I will try and find out and let you know in the description below. I really like the colour. I was unsure about it because I thought it might make it a bit dark in here, but I really like it against the white. All the walls are the same colour, but on this wall we've added these I don't know what they're called, wall stickers. We got these from Home Base, I think it was. Our local Home Base was closing down and they were there. It was the last packet, or just the last few packets, and they were discounted, so I picked it up. I really like them. I wasn't sure if I'd like them. I thought they might be a bit too, I wanted it quite neutral in here, and I thought maybe they'd be too colourful, but actually I do really like them. And to be fair, I should be decorating it for Tommy, not for myself. But sometimes we do, as mums, want things to look really nice, and I wanted it to be quite classy and neutral in here. But I do think it's worked out quite well. The clouds were also part of the pack, and we've kind of clumped them together in 3s and then 1, 2, and I think that works really well. And just to kind of give it a bit of a feature wall, I'll just step back so you can see that. And then obviously we have his bed. That's from Aldi. It's a toddler bed, so eventually we will have to replace that, but for now it's fine. He does sleep with his head on this side. I'm not too sure why we've done it that way. That was my husband Keith. I think he thought that there was light coming from behind the curtain that would wake him up, but that's what he does, and that's how he sleeps every night now. The bedding is also from Aldi. The other side of this bedding is like a farm scene, but I've just got it on the clouds. I really like the cloud side. Same with the pillow, that's got the farm scene on the other side. He's only got a few bits on his bed. He's got his nightlight, which is Olaf. Herbie the hedgehog, which was Keith's as a little child. So Tommy has that now. Bunny, we don't have any, or Herbie has a name, but the rest of them don't have any names. Bunny, which was what I bought him for Tommy's first Christmas. And then Mickey Mouse. He loves his Mickey Mouse, that's probably his favourite. And then also on the bed we have this blanket. It's what we call the pussycat blanket because it has pussycat cats all over it. And there was a gift from my dad and his wife. I think it came from Thailand, and the blanket is meant to go in this little cat, but it just sits on his bed and he has that on at night. And then the lamp, we put this on so that Tommy could have access to a light at night, so that if he wanted to have a light on he could put it on, and he puts it on every single night. I always ask him before going to bed, do you want the light on or off, and I give him that option because I don't want him to be scared, and if he wants to have the light on, I don't mind that. He always says he wants it off and within seconds it goes back on again, but he always goes to sleep, so it's fine. It's quite a dull light, is that the right? It's not very bright, but I do think it works really well on the wall. We were originally going to have the cloud light all the way up here, and I'm not sure why I thought that, but that's what I originally was going to do, and it was Keith who said it would go well down there, and I think he's right, it's perfect down there. It means that Tommy can have it by his bed. It's just for him, not like lighting up the whole room, and he has access to the switch as well. So I think that works quite well. You have to excuse the squeaky floorboards. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about them unless we rip all the carpet up, which we're not going to do at the moment. Then these shelves are from Ikea. We love these shelves. We've got them in the living room as well. They're just picture frame shelves, but we've obviously got some books at the bottom. These are the smaller ones that you can get. So at the bottom we have a few books, just a few of the nicer books that he owns. And we have more books on his other bookshelf. And then the next one up, the rainbow came from Poundland. It's a little money box. Then the little canvas that says love with footprints, that's Tommy's footprints, and I made that for him. And then the little canvas that says Tommy with Scrabble tiles, and it's meant to be like a hot air balloon. I made that for Tommy when he was newborn. And then the top shelf has a little teddy that says my first bear. That came from Tommy's nana and granddad, Keith's parents, when he was first born. And then the little shadow board, is that the right word, shadow board, that I made for Tommy. It has his first baby grow, hat, socks, the 12-week scan, although it's completely faded now unfortunately. Then the announcement card that we put together for him, and then the little cards that they give you when you have your baby. I did that for him. And then we have grey curtains. These were originally in our bedroom. I'm sorry, this is quite dark now because I'm facing the window. A bit better. Yeah, grey curtains. They were from our bedroom, and these are from Dunelm mill, and they are blackout curtains. So I don't know if I can be able to show you this. I can just about. And on the window ledge we have this little robot. At Christmas he told me that Santa was going to bring him a robot for Christmas, and I hadn't got him anything like that, so I picked that up in Poundland and he was happy. It used to kind of jiggle, like this was a solar thing, but it doesn't work anymore. And then this little Tommy train, that came from my sister when Tommy was first born. I think that might have been a Christmas present, but Tommy was born in December, so he was first born. And then this little Marshall from Paw Patrol night light, which isn't brilliant because it only stays on for a few seconds, but he likes the Marshall anyway. And then if we come down from there, the radiator is behind the sofa. I've only just recently moved the sofa on this wall, and I'll show you why in a second. And I think it works quite well. I feel like it's opened up the room a bit more. This sofa was from Ikea, but it was actually given to us by one of my friends. She was moving and didn't need it anymore, so she gave it to us. We've kept it in the room because it's a good place to sit on and read stories to Tommy, because obviously his bed is really small. It would be quite difficult. I wouldn't want to sit on there really. Also, it's a sofa bed, so if we have any guests staying, me and Keith can stay in here with Tommy, and it just pulls out. And it's actually not too uncomfortable, so we don't mind doing that. And we've just got a few bits on there. Blanket that used to be mine. It's just a fleece blanket, cheap one, but it kind of works in the room because it's got stars on. And a couple of cushions which don't need it elsewhere in the house, so they've ended up in here. The Paw Patrol cushion came, was a gift from someone, I can't remember who, one of my family members at Christmas. This little bear is actually Fraser's. You can see it says Fraser Bear 2018, but it just sits in here because Fraser's bedroom's really tiny. The dog came from my mum, I think, and it says 2015, that's when Tommy was born. The cat, as I said before, is from my dad, that came with the blankets, and the bear that came from my dad. And they just sit on here because where else do you put these massive soft toys? Eventually we might have to either get rid of them or find somewhere else to store them, because we are planning to put Fraser in this bedroom once he comes out of his cot. Then I've just come over here, just a toy storing behind the side of the sofa because we've nowhere else to put it. Then under the wardrobe you can just see popping out a changing mat. We hardly ever use this one now. It just sits under there if we need it, and actually works quite well in the room because it's grey and got clouds on, but it just sits underneath there because we've nowhere else to store it. Then this wardrobe was actually given to us from my sister. I have no idea where it was from, and she won't know either because it was in her house when she moved in. They didn't need it and just offered it to us, so we took it, and it works all right. I'd eventually like to put fitted cupboards all the way across here with hanging space and shelves, but we're making the best of the space at the moment with whatever furniture we have. And because it's all white, it kind of matches, even though it's not all from the same set. But what we have done to try and make it match a bit better, these drawers here were from our bedroom, and they are the Hemleys, I think that's the right word, from Ikea, and they come with the little black knobs. So what we did was we went to Ikea and picked up some more to match, so we put them onto this wardrobe and just kind of ties it in a little bit more. Let me just move this toy. I'll just show you quickly the wardrobe so you can see what we've got in here. We've got safety catches on it so that it doesn't get opened by little fingers. So they don't have a lot of hanging space in here because we've got a lot of the stuff in the drawers. So there's mostly stuff of Tommy's. There's a few items here of Fraser's, and then we're storing some of Tommy's nappies that he just wears at night time now. Baby wipes, but we use reusable wipes, so they're just there if we go out, because that's what we do rather than taking reusable when we go out. A basket of play food because it goes everywhere, so it just gets kept in here. Plus Fraser was a little bit too little for a lot of it, so I put it in here, but it's probably not too bad now because he's a bit older. Then at the bottom we're just storing some swim stuff. Then on this side is all mostly my stuff, camera equipment. I think there's a travel cot in there, and then that's all clothes that Tommy and Fraser have outgrown. On top of the wardrobe there are a couple of toys for Tommy and Fraser, but most of it's just stuff that we're storing because we've nowhere else to put it. So we've got a picnic blanket, picnic box, or basket, sorry, that we've actually never used, but it's so lovely. It's got a full picnic set in there, but we've never actually used it. But yeah, it was a gift for me and Keith, and it's just where it stores because we've nowhere else to put it. There's a picture behind there of me, one of my sisters, my mum and dad from a holiday in the States, and then the top is like a puppet show type thing, and then the boys' rainbow. We love this. This is a cheaper version than the official one, so I will link it below for you. We absolutely love it. The boys don't play with it enough really. I guess now they can't play with it because I've put it up there, but they do have a lot of fun when we do get it down and kind of build different things. And like I said before, this set of drawers is from Ikea, and we're in our bedroom, but we didn't have space for it really, so we've just brought it into Tommy's bedroom, and he's got all his clothes in their bedding. He put that in there. Normally it is neater than that. Pyjamas and swim stuff. His tops, t-shirts and long sleeve, socks and pants. That's all the trousers, jogging bottoms and trousers. And then the top, which actually has a safety catch on it, is a mix of things. I think there's some creams in there and a thermometer and some bits that we don't want the boys to get hold of because they'll just break them, like toys. Just a mix of things. Then on top we have this metal drink barrel, I think that's what you call it. This was given to me quite a while ago. I was photographing a friend's little girl for her first birthday, and she wanted to do like a bubble bath in this after she had a cake smash. And she had 2 of them and offered me one of them, so I took it. And we've used it with both the boys, and it's a lot of fun. I've done quite a few photos of Fraser in it for various reasons. But I had nowhere to store it, so Keith came up with this idea of putting it on its side and storing some of Tommy's soft toys in it. So that's where it sits. I think it works quite well in here, but it means that we can keep it without it getting in the way. Then the next piece of furniture is also from Ikea, and this is a Calyx unit. This actually was in my flat before Keith and I were even together. Then it came to the house and was in our living room, and now it's moved upstairs. I absolutely love this unit. We've got one in our living room. It's so versatile. You can put boxes in, got some drawers there. You can have it on its side, you can have it upright like we've done here. It's just really good for storing things in. And then we've got a few bits on top. So I'll just quickly go through what we've got on it. The 2 canvases at the back, Tommy and I did that last summer, just having a bit of fun with some paint, so they just stay here. This one actually has got a bit of dampness from being on the windowsill, but they just sit there. And then Tommy's footprints from when he was a baby, and then he got, actually no, this was the one that Tommy got for his first Christmas, this train. The one on the window ledge was actually from this Christmas just gone. My other sister bought it for him, not realising he had one, so he's now got 2. And then this little elephant jigsaw that I got for Tommy, I think for his first Christmas, and it was from Wilko's. Then on the Calyx unit we're storing more books, jigsaws and games. His Noah's Ark, I'm not too sure where that's come from. I think it might be the Early Learning Centre, but it was a gift from my sister. Then this little like tree with little finger puppets in. It is gorgeous, but the boys are not interested in it whatsoever. Every now and then they'll show a little bit of interest, but most of the time they're not. That was a gift from their Nana and Grandad. Then in the baskets, that is just a lot of mess. This one is organised, got the baskets in there with lids on so that Fraser can't open those. And then these are not organised either. And then the last box is where I store all of Tommy's school uniform. I just thought I'd show you how I organise the school uniform, just to keep me a little bit more organised. So I've got this basket here that I fill up in the evening with his clothes, and that goes downstairs. Then in the morning when he's dressed, the basket goes on the stairs waiting for him to come home. And when he's home, I check his uniform and just to see if anything is still clean. He's only in school for half a day, so there is a chance that some of it can be clean still. Then I put the clean stuff in the basket, and it comes upstairs and sits on his little kitchen here, waiting for me to finish like filling up at the end of the day. So then obviously at the end of the day I can come to his little box and see what else he needs. Actually one night Tommy filled it for me because he knew what I did, so I thought it was really good. Not only was it keeping me organised, but he knew exactly what he needed to do, and he came with every little bit of clothing that he needed, so I thought it was really good. Then underneath I've got a couple of baskets, and in there I've got t-shirts and trousers. His jumpers sit there, and then socks, but somehow I've ended up with just one random sock. We have days of the week, so he's got Monday to Friday, and that's Friday, which is today, so I don't know where the other Friday is gone. And then that basket sits on top when it's the weekend and just keeps me a little bit more organised. Then in this corner we've just got a little bit of storage. It's a really good sized room, but because this is like the only space he has for playing with toys other than the living room, and I don't want to store everything downstairs because that's my only space, when we kind of just have to use what space we have in here. These boxes have come from Ikea and they are actually really good. These clip down really well, so like Fraser can't get into them. At the bottom we've just got his wooden track in there, and there's a little game at the back. I plan to, when we get more, put his trains in one and his track in the other. Then we've just got like a car mat behind, but he hardly ever uses it, so it's just been rolled up there. Then hopefully the sun doesn't like stop you from seeing this. Okay, this little workbench came from Aldi, and that was a Christmas present from Keith and I. think it was last Christmas, not one just gone, the one before. And then our Ikea table and chairs. We used to have this downstairs and Tommy used to eat at it, but it just got a bit crowded downstairs, so we brought it upstairs. And this is where the sofa used to be, along this wall, and I've just switched them around, and it's actually working really well to have the table next to his little kitchen. And I've dressed it with the little knife and fork and plate and bowl and stuff. They don't play with it that often, but I want to kind of encourage them that if they are playing with the kitchen, that they are actually like role playing. So that's my little bit of encouragement. But as you can see, they don't do it very often because it's all very neat and tidy. This set I think came from Amazon, but it was a gift for us, so I'm not too sure exactly where it came from. It came with a little salt and pepper as well. I love the wooden toys for like kitchen. I don't mind the plastic stuff, but I really prefer the wooden toys to go with the kitchen. I think it looks really nice and lasts a long time. And then the little kitchen. This was a gift from Keith's parents last Christmas, so just over a year ago, and it was from Asda, and it's really nice. It was around £40, which I thought was a really good price. And the last thing is Tommy's light shade. This came from Dunelm. And it's a cloud, and I just thought that worked really well with the room. I just put the light on so you can see it. So it's not particularly bright. It's bright enough though in the evening, but I thought it tied in well with his theme. And that's the end of the little room tour of Tommy's bedroom. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to give this a big thumbs up. And if you are new here, I'd love you to hit that red subscribe button. It's completely free to do so. It just means that my videos will pop up in your subscription box whenever I've uploaded one. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!